Oh,
We're live, baby.
wee.
Neo, did you cop last night?
There was nothing on last night, even though I probably instinctively woke up at 3 a.m.
Right.
and just smashing my phone and not realizing anything.
You can't do that. Hello, everyone. I'm going to make sure that we're actually live because we had some major issues with our live stream before. So give me a moment. There we go. I've got you now, like looping Joe eating your banana suggestively. How is everyone?
Good.
What a day to be alive.
Cool. Yeah, me too. Great. Don't all answer at once. I know. Well, it's been gigantic. It's been gigantic. I mean, all of like the collectible prices are pumping after the immutable news. So, I mean, this puts us in a pretty interesting position.
Yeah, it's hard. Is everything pumping because of Immutable, or is there something else? There can't be anything else, can there? That's it.
It's 100% Immutable, which means that I think actually this is a big moment. First of all, Joe up until now has been calling the collectibles pictures. Joe, do you want to call them anything else at the moment?
Rotating pictures. Some of them rotate. No, I'm on board now because now there's a pathway out, right? Now you can sell into.
Hang on, I haven't heard the acronym yet, though, Joe. What are you calling them? Are you still calling them pictures, or is there an acronym beginning with the letter N that you're going to call them?
Non-fungible tokens.
Oh, welcome.
We are playing with non-fungible tokens.
I mean, I think this is a major moment for our entire project.
Big moment.
Joe, does that mean the R word for you North American watchers, will that continue to be absent? Will that now be absent from our conversations?
More so, I think. Yeah, no, I'm fundamentally questioning my whole role in this project. In fact.
So the FUD boy kind of role is gone. Is that what you mean?
Well, he'll find ways. He'll find more ways.
If I'm really to grow into my persona as the Oracle, then I could just flip it and become like a number one shiller of Omi.
So what's happened this week? We've got a lot to go through. First off, I mean, the major thing that happened was having the comics and crypto guys on the show, which led to a heap of new follows on Twitter. Lots of great introductions from the guys. So big shout out to the comics and crypto guys who connected us with a lot of people in the community. Thank you. Thank you. Excitingly, one of those people was Wendy, who we're going to be doing a live stream with on Saturday, 6 p.m. PST. That's if you're in Australia, that's Sunday, 1 p.m. Australian Eastern time. So plenty to talk about there with Wendy. There's a whole bunch of other things as well. We really need to shout out Brendan from Cherry Charts, who has very kindly donated access to a free account to use this awesome platform, which Matt and Joe in particular have been keen on for a long period of time.
Thank you so much,
Brendan. So massive thank you, and we'll put we'll put a link there in our show notes as well.
Yeah.
So you guys are very early in jumping on and using that. But what does it allow us to do now that we weren't able to do beforehand?
Well, I think whereas I had been going to you guys to get a sense of price movements because you're really tapped in and there's more of an intrinsic interest for you in the collectibles themselves. So you tapped into that. I wanted to be able to zoom out and see longer term price trends. And that's what you can do with Cherry Charts because the information is just there. You can choose which category of collectibles you want to look at. You can choose which components of collections you want to look at. It's great. I can see how the functionality is going to develop over time, but it's a good start.
That's cool.
So I'm sorry, my daughter's wiggling around all over the place, but admittedly, I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. But it seems
He's got cherry charts on me at his feet.
Yeah, yeah. Mwah. It's really exciting, just to be a little bit more on top of it, and it's clearly an advantage to have that data. So it's a real gift to the project.
Are you both scoping what our next purchase is going to be?
Oh no. Thinking about it though, Joe, have you thought about it?
We've been put in.
I think for me for the moment, I think it's useful to get a historical view of price movements and then to connect that up to things that I know, for example, Neo is tapped into that is coming out of the community. And so only then, once we can join up some actual insight into what's happening into the community with what we might see as a, some quantitative analysis of a price, can we start to use it to make predictions?
Yeah.
Well, one thing that I was able to use it for was sorry, Neo. I've got a shocking internet connection here. What's new? One thing that I could see, which slightly bummed me out about having access to cherry charts, was I saw they do like winners and losers of the week, and the number one winner was a Todd, which I'd sold one of mine a couple of weeks ago, and with some of those funds, I'd picked up a couple of things, but I'd picked up 2 Avengers number 8 ultra rares, which were listed the same day as the top loser. So these were personal purchases, personal trades that I did, not with the Donny account. But yeah, feeling slightly bummed out about that. But it will be putting us in a good position to flip some stuff that we've got for Donny. And one of the people that we need to give a big shout out to is NFT Interviews, who very kindly donated a fantastic 4 number 1 comic while we're having a chat on Twitter Spaces. And his advice was to hold that. So let's hold that for a little bit and see what happens. But again, like, we've been so touched with people reaching out to us because they hear that we're donating the proceeds to charity, and we're really wanting to get on board that kind of kindness that everyone's showing, and get involved in this. Are we calling it Christmas? Is it Christmas VeVe or Christmas VeVe? It's one of those ones that it's a hashtag that like is more readably funny than audibly funny. But we're pretty keen to get on board the Christmas VeVe giveaway. And what are we going to be doing? What will we be doing as part of that?
Well, I think we're going to be doing a giveaway, right?
Yeah.
Or several giveaways.
What should we give away?
Let's give away the thing. That would be fitting for our community. I think, right?
I'm completely on board. I think it's very cool.
I'm trying to figure out what is not going to make me feel ill to give away in the future, which is a very Christmas spirited thing of me to do. Very generous. But having sold 12 of my Marvel number 1s a couple of weeks ago, I'm feeling positively ill today.
That's not a subtle flex at all.
Yeah, feeling very, very sick today. Constantly ill in the stomach about this life choice that I've made. Excuse me, I'm just going to drop my baby. 1 second.
Well, that's going to end well. So, a thing. Are we down with donating a thing? Because I agree. I think that would be poetic. We want to put everyone in that same position of hopefully being able to emulate the good decisions that we make, and starting with a thing just like we did, right?
Totally.
A nice gesture.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll chuck that info on our on Twitter, and with all the usual instructions of retweeting and needing to basically get everyone's family on board to follow us on all the social media accounts. That you have to spam everyone you know. I think that's in the Christmas spirit, right?
Are we going to get an Instagram as well?
Sure. Why the hell not?
Oh no.
To be honest, I don't want to get on Facebook. I can't be bothered getting on Facebook. I'm done with Facebook.
No. Yeah, you don't want Facebook. Twitter, Twitter's where it's at. That's fine.
Yeah.
I just thought the kids might want to.
The kids have got
Yeah,
Twitter.
Instagram.
They've got it all. It's fine.
Has anyone been seeing those Snapchats I've been sending?
Okay, so
Don't have Snapchat.
I don't think anyone does anymore.
We're all above 30, Joe.
well, we've got to do a we're going to keep this snappy today. So we need to do a recap of our heath. So what's in our ledger, and figure out what our next moves are. So let's have a look, shall we? What do we
I
do
just
at the moment?
send a message to Brendan that would be a function that I'd love to see in Cherry Charts, is that you could recreate your portfolio in Cherry Charts, and then you can track the value of your portfolio within that.
You can do that in Ecomi Wiki.
Ecomi Wiki, yeah.
So I imagine that feature's coming to Cherry Charts.
That'd be great.
But that would be awesome.
It's a nice call. So at the moment,
Are you going to share your
currently
screen, James?
hey,
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could, but I got so much shit open. Should I?
I
Close
want to
Close all
see,
your, close all
be
your other
important?
things.
Would that help?
I want to see
all
your
right,
work
all right, hang on.
emails.
Yeah.
It's definitely not going to work in those other tabs.
Oh wait, you're done for the year, aren't you?
No, that's right. I am. But here we go. I've got. Just make sure that there's no incriminating things that are open. Okay. Yeah, I think. Shut up. Okay, I'll share my screen. But the issue is that you're going to get you're going to be able to see yourselves right now. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Pig's ass.
Can you see that? Is that coming up? Are you getting anything?
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So we've got our heath here, and as you can see, so the things that are in various shades of pink are what we're holding. We currently have a visible Labbit, the Neon Edition. These prices haven't been updated since the Immutable. What do you call it? Since the Immutable migration. So they have pumped a little bit more since then. We sold our Avengers number 8 for $220, I think it was. We currently have our Steve Rogers. We have our Fantastic Four number 5 common, our Uncanny X-Men 129 secret rare, more on that in a moment, and our Fantastic Four number 1. And we sold yesterday Amazing Spider-Man number 14 for a little something.
I think that was the right call.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Just to get us ready for the next drop.
That's right. And so we need to know that's happening tomorrow night, our time. And we're all jumping on board, right? 2 in the morning.
I'll wake you all up. It's fine. But no, the big one. The big one that's coming is the Deadpool one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I reckon
that's the big guy.
If we can get a comic tomorrow, and maybe turn it, because I reckon the Deadpool one will cost maybe 60 to 80 gems to participate. I don't know. That's just a guess.
Is Deadpool blind box?
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, baby.
So at the moment, I think in our wallet, Neo, you were last in there. What do we
Yeah.
have? What do we have? Liquid.
51.77, I think.
Okay. So we've got enough definitely for a comic drop, but we don't for the blind box.
Yeah, and if we get lucky on the comic drop tonight or tomorrow morning, who knows?
Oh, and then flip
I've got
that.
a feeling
quickly
about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I think what you were saying earlier today, Pato, that secret rare. Do we flip that now?
That X-Men 129 is the thing that has been shitting me to tears, and it's been given a little bit of a bump. It was at 450 last time I checked.
Yeah.
So we could list it. Neo, you have been saying that you think that I am crazy and FOMOing if I'm so keen to list it. So talk to me through it.
Well, no, I think we're in this place where it's a bit stagnant. The transactions have sort of slowed down, and we're kind of just waiting. And I can understand there's this temptation just to move things quickly, even at a deficit, to try and reinvest in something to then get a quick gain. I just think with that secret rare, maybe, because it's now back up a bit more, it's pumped a little bit more. Maybe we just get it off our hands now and break somewhat even, or a little bit of it.
Is it a loss if we sell it now?
Not presently.
If we sold for floor, which was 440 or 450, we would scrape maybe 15, 20 gems off the top. So we'd still be ahead.
Yeah.
That's
enough for the drop.
Enough for the drop and enough for a Labbit, as James called out earlier this morning.
Oh, so talk us through that, Neo.
Well, I don't know. The Labbit's just, there was a pump that happened maybe this morning across all of them, and there was a bit of a demand. I don't know really why. And I was looking at Twitter, and I was looking at a couple of YouTube streams, and I think the migration has contributed to that. And there's a lot of, NFTs on OpenSea as well of Labbits, but they're not obviously 3D rotating pictures. So maybe the community is FOMOing and they're all just buying them up to be to show a bit of foresight that maybe they'll just really skyrocket.
And what's the one that we're thinking for our viewers who?
I think it's the visible Labbit, not the neon one. I think it's like in season 1.
That little guy.
How much is that, Neo?
I think it's currently like 280 or 290.
Okay, I was going to say Labicorn, but they're too expensive right now.
They were 200 and something the other day, and now the floor is
it's back down to 440 or something, I think.
Yeah, they were selling at 500 at one point this morning. Now it's back
600.
down to 300. Jeez.
I feel like they're all going to go nuts because people assume, maybe even it's incorrect, that they'll be the first things to be allowed to be sent off to OpenSea. It seems like a fair assumption.
Mm. And there was, I think Randy, our mate Randy, had mentioned in a stream that there might be this opportunity to get them to mate or breed if you own multiple Labbits.
That would be badass.
Do you reckon that sounds like someone's sick fantasy, or do you think it's a real thing? Sorry, I'm just going to pick up my notes again.
It's both. It's a sick fantasy that's come to fruition.
So as we stand, we've got 50 something in the bank. We could offload this Uncanny X-Men. I think we need to make a call on it right now, whether we list or not. And if we do, then we do it live. We do it live.
We're going to do it live. I say do it.
Do it live.
Yeah, do it. List it.
What does he say? He goes, fuck it.
Fuck it. Do it live.
Thing. That's my favorite part of the whole video. Stupid thing. But then Bill O'Reilly goes on to absolutely nail the live, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
To
an
play us out?
absolute master.
What is that? To
of his
play us
craft.
out?
Is he an NFT yet?
Hey, can we list it at 10 or 15% above the floor price, and then communicate with our community and encourage someone from our community to participate in this venture?
Sure, man. Well, let's say it right here, Joe. Who do you want to address? I'm sure no one's watching now, but you have the floor.
Who was that legend from England who got on board the first time?
Lukey baby.
Lukey
Lukey baby. Come back for more, mate. There's value.
That's the pitch.
I reckon Randy. Let's ask Randy again.
I reckon Randy, yeah.
He spent too much money on the Loki alligator.
That's true.
And Randy got a job, so, or he's looking for a job.
It's his birthday today.
Amazing.
Oh.
I just watched his live stream then, and it seemed like he was recovering. He had to take his pants off. So Randy, I hope your legs are okay.
Recovering from what?
So, from his birthday.
Oh, right. Of course. Okay.
If he's got a
That
job,
could have gone
then
somewhere else, couldn't it?
He's got more cash money to put into.
I think that's the
comics.
point is, yeah, well, that's true. I think the thing is he doesn't want to sell any Omi because he thinks it's going to go to the moon and, you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
all that jazz.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's worth you know, we'll list this secret rare if that's the decision we're making, and we'll chuck it on our socials. We've got I think we should also have in our like on our social pages, like our what do you call it, a VeVe username as well, so you guys can find it. Okay, so we need to also mention as well that there's lots of different ways that people can support the show and the project. We had heaps of people get in touch with us on Twitter over the last few days, just asking about different ways that they can support what we're doing. And it got us thinking about, like, some people have the means to be able to, like, you know, NFT interviews to transfer something to us, which we then will flip and put those proceeds towards the project, which will go to charity. Some people will be able to buy the stuff that we're selling, might ask us to list, you know, a collectible for a certain price that they think is fair, or to list it for auction, which we would love to do as well. But also, you know, it's a really diverse community within the VeVe community, and it's something that I think is really great. It's something we love, and that makes the community really strong. And we totally understand that not everyone has the means to be able to just, like, you know, in one hit drop a few $100 US on something that we list. So, you know, any form of support, love and support that you can show is really, really appreciated. Doesn't have to be financially. So, you know, things as simple as subscribing to our YouTube channel, liking our videos, telling your friends about us, connecting with us on Twitter, subscribing to our podcast, which is on Spotify. It's now on Google Podcasts and should be up on Apple Podcasts really soon.
Is it?
That's fantastic.
I feel like this is like Only Murders in the Building, where, like, have you seen that show? Where Martin Short's character is just publishing the podcast without turning on. That's so great. It's a podcast on Spotify.
I mean, we only about this, and they're like, all right, like I'll go and listen. I'm like, oh, you've got to go to YouTube, and so now, like, now people can fully just have it in their ears. That's great.
Awesome.
Pig's
So we have 4
ass.
episodes up so far, and there's there's another there's going to be like 6 more to come, obviously. I mean, I don't think the listening experience is as good as the viewing experience, but let's be honest, I don't think the viewing experience is very good anyway. So
My
you got very
camera
low
work today has
standards if
been
you're following what we're doing.
exceptional.
Let's be completely honest.
I'm really sorry for anyone who feels sick from my camera work. So
and you can also find like all of our channels on our link tree, which should be in the description of this video and also on our Twitter profile. So that's linktree/the thing to Donny. But yeah, it's like one of those short URLs. So it's linktr.ee/thing to Donny. And then finally, one thing that I should add as well is we have a Patreon as well. If anyone feels so inclined, like, of course, we would love support on the Patreon. It starts at $5 a month, and there's a few different tiers. And this is a way you can support the production of the show. So it doesn't go to charity. The financial support for Patreon goes back into producing this show and being able to keep it coming to you guys. But just to be clear, yeah, that money is not the charitable donation. So if you feel like doing the charity stuff, we've got a list of other ways that you can support us, which we'll put left, right, and center. Basically, yeah, that's sort of all the things you can do now. But should we list this bad boy right now? Neo, are you in the account?
I'm not.
To list the secret rare?
I'm not out. I'm not in it presently. Sorry.
Perfect.
I can.
Well, should we do this? Should we do it live?
Yeah, we'll do it live. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Okay. Log in, Neo. And while you're logging in, Joe, I want to ask a very important question. Are you wearing plaid today?
This is going to be great listening on the podcast, by the way. No, this is going off topic, but got back from Sydney yesterday, and one of my colleagues in Sydney might have been a close contact, and so I have not left this room, and I'm waiting for a PCR test result, and so that's why I'm wearing this jacket inside.
Hang on. First of all, that's
as a form of
very close contact. Does plaid protect you? Is this like ivermectin? Plaid is the new ivermectin.
Good.
It is.
You just played yourself. I need to go, James.
Okay, I'll text it to you, Neo. Okay, here we go. Chat amongst yourselves.
I always get very stressed at this point because you've got 20 seconds to do this thing.
So, Joe, Joe, did you sleep in that room last night?
Yep, I did. It's it could be worse. I mean,
those tests you can just buy at like the supermarket now, right? Like,
I've done the rapid antigen test, and that's come back negative. I'm not too worried, but
need to do a PCR.
But my colleague, she's still waiting on a test, and she's symptomatic.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Scary.
Oh man, well, thinking of you.
But you've got VeVe to keep you
totally
your spirits high.
If I have to isolate for a week, I'm gonna freaking nail these drops.
That's a tag. Keep your spirits high and your bank account dry.
Well, actually, in solidarity, I feel like with you, Joe, in solidarity, we should all wear plaid.
I don't know if
hashtag get out your plaid.
Omicron hates plaid.
I'm glad you said that as in solidarity rather than go to all the exploded sites in the city.
Yeah.
In plaid, so you're protected.
I mean,
like
you're in, baby. Okay, awesome.
So the floor price is $4.25 at the moment, and we paid $3.90 for it.
So after fees, it's break even, right?
How much are the fees? I'll just check. Hang on.
I think it'll end up being about break even.
Yeah. For this comic, it'll be 8.5%.
So let's see. I like your idea, Joe. If we add 15% to the floor, and then we'll tell our followers what we're listing it at. It's a charity premium on the top.
488 is if you add in 15%, give or take.
Okay. What do you
It's
think?
issue 129, so there's 600 editions. Sorry, that's not the wrong one.
pretty good.
Wrong one. It's mint number 9232.
Sub
No, it's
10,000.
Sub 10,000.
Sub 10,000.
Okay.
Listed
Well,
for 600. I mean, it's for charity. I'm missing the point, aren't I? We have to play along a little bit. We can't be those people that list something for $1 million.
Yeah, 450.
450, yeah. Round number.
450.
I think 450 is fair.
Alright.
Yeah. Let's do it. And then take a screenie and send it to us, and I'll chuck it on Twitter.
Yeah.
So if anyone is watching this, you'll see that listed. What is our mint number?
9232.
9232.
I was going to say the other reason the collectibles are pumping is because of that new marketplace feature where things are taken off after 30 days. That's now live. I think it's only a day old or something
That's
now.
true.
So that's another. I think a lot of those things that have listed for ridiculous prices have just been taken off.
Nice.
So the real supply has been revealed.
Nice.
Anyway,
Okay.
Speaking of real supply, I wonder how many. I'll just quickly check to see how many Donnies are out there.
Good call.
There were 4 for a long time.
Yeah, but because of that new feature, they could be removed, right?
Oh, yeah.
they might all be gone. Yeah. I mean, people just relist them straight away again, so that sort of messes with it. But
There's still 4 out there.
Well,
my
what?
God. The cheapest is mint number 079 at 115k, and the most expensive is mint number 122 at 9.9 million.
that's the highest you can list anything for.
Awesome.
I love that.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, we should find out the most recent sale price for that as well. But last time it was about 75k. I don't think it's changed since then. Okay, well that is a wrap, people. As I said, lots of different ways that you can support the show, and thanks to everyone who's gotten in touch over the last week or so. We'd really love you to join our live stream with Wendy on Saturday. That's at 6 p.m. PST. And we're really excited to meet her and have a chat. I'll be joining that actually from the beach. No big deal. I'll be at the beach. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Can you be on the beach
Just want
for
you to
that?
know that.
So will the internet connection be even worse
Sure.
than what it is now?
Yeah, I bet you'll be better. I don't know what's going on. I'm living in a bunker. I'll be at a nude beach, Matt. So I'll get the off and do it from there.
We'll add a new element to this whole show for sure.
It would take it to a really disgusting dark place, wouldn't it?
Nude beaches are generally not nice places to be at. That's been my experience.
You can't finish this show with dropping a bombshell like that.
I went once when I was overseas, and I was a little disappointed. Like I felt like it was a lot of people that were past their prime there, which is fine. This has really gone to hell, hasn't it? This is amazing. No, it's not what I thought it was going to be. It was a little weird. The whole thing was strange.
No. I mean, I think nude
happy
beach.
to start our next episode with I'll recount my experience, but I have to go.
Good, Joe. Best of luck with your test.
There you go. Great hook.
So much. Bye.
See you, crew.
See ya.